In this era of electronics, though, we have a special value that is going to help you get to your destination, I think, a lot faster. It's definitely going to help you save on your fuel. You know, the gas prices are climbing again. And we're going to be talking about a Garmin GPS. It is the best value that we've offered on this one. And I want to start out the gate just by simply giving you a look. This GPS has a lot of great features that you don't see on others. Number one, it boasts the largest screen we offer. A lot of GPSs have a screen size of 3.5 inch. This has a 5-inch screen. The bigger, the better. Just like with a television, the bigger, the better with the GPS. But the key to this one is that it also allows you to be able to get a lifetime of map updates. And for anybody that's owned a GPS in the past, you know that that's probably the most critical part. Whether there's a new Starbucks that comes up or a new mall that comes up in your area and things are constantly changing and developing, it allows you not to pay those fees and gives you that lifetime of map updates. But there are so many more features. What I want to do is I want to first off invite you to call, because Garmin has been one of the best brands that we've ever offered. This price is a blowout digital celebration price. And there's our testimonial talk line if you'd like to give us a call. And if you'd like to go ahead and place your orders, I know this sold earlier and it was very popular. And our guest is joining us. Leah Little is here to tell us more about it. So Leah, I know you were on a little bit earlier with this and it was very popular.
Hugely popular. And how exciting for people that are using a GPS for the very first time, or maybe you're upgrading to the lifetime maps.
And a lot of people are doing that now,
well,
right?
When you see the sale price, how can you not, right? I mean, for what you would spend on one map update, you can now have them for almost a lifetime. I mean, think about this. One map update is $79. I just went and double checked it at Garmin. So when you think about that a map update,
you might as well get a new one.
You might as well get a new one,
for
because
sure.
now you've got the lifetime of maps. Why is that so important? Just as Marla was saying, if you have a new Fresh Market in your area and you put in Fresh Market, if your map isn't up to date, it's not going to know that it's there. So now you have that lifetime of map updates, and this one is going to give you the larger screen size. It's not a 3.5 inch or 4.3. It's that nice big 5-inch screen display, the largest that we offer from Garmin. It gives you faster navigation. It's going to give you the Garmin Guidance 2.0. It's going to give you lightning fast speed. We'll walk you through some of those features. Think about this. Lifetime of map updates. You do the math there. When you think about those maps coming out 4 times a year, if you want to update them once a quarter at $80 a pop, that's over $300.
It's expensive.
A year, every year, when you want them updated. Now, it's the 5-inch touchscreen. It gives you the spoken street names and the directions. I love that. And not 5 million points of interest, but we've upgraded to 8 million points of interest. You also have the lane assist. You also have the junction view included. And here's the thing. I've been offering Garmin here for a few years at HSN. If you really want a big upgrade, if you want to jump to that faster guidance, if you want Garmin name brand, this is the model that you want to have. Because you know what? If you go to Garmin's own website right now, you can't even find this model. Where do you want to go? Maybe you want to go to a specific restaurant, or maybe you want to go to a certain category. You're feeling like a little seafood for dinner tonight. Look how fast this is.
You know
in
what,
just
Leah,
seconds.
Turn around just a little bit so they can see it. There we go. That's perfect.
In just seconds, how many pages do we have here already? Let's just go to Cleo's. So here we go. So we're going to start a new route. You can add it to a route that you're already on. It's calculating. Look at that, 96%. Now it's going to simulate that route for you. It's going to ask you, since we're indoors, do we want to simulate it? Now, look what happens. Now, look at this. This is going to be something called junction view. There are 60,000 new photos that have been added to this model to give you that realistic perspective. So you see the diagram there, sort of that cartoonish look, which is very helpful, but you also see real-time pictures. And if you're traveling in Dallas, I happen to have grown up in Dallas. They've been working on Central Expressway there for the last 20 years that I know of, since I've been driving. So if you really are driving in a large city, you want to be able to know what lane to be in. You want to be able to see it before you get there. You need to have a Garmin. And if you want a great value on a Garmin, you need to have this Garmin. It's faster. It gives you the upgraded signals. It's going to give you the speed limit indicator as you're driving along. On top of that, it is going to give you the lifetime of map updates, the larger size screen. And let's talk about this versus a cell phone, because I know a lot of people still using cell phones for their GPS. Well, think about this. With GPS, you have a dedicated, actually 24 dedicated satellites that are feeding you real-time information, not cell towers that can be interrupted every single time you get a text or every single time you get a phone call. It doesn't burn through your data plan because this is dedicated. Once you own it, you own it. It uses the satellites again. So again, you're not getting that disconnection. It can also be used hands-free, and keep in mind, it's that larger display. So when you start thinking about that comparison, if you want to be a safer driver,
right?
You want to be
the size of your
driver,
cell phone screen is what?
Exactly.
Maybe an inch?
Maybe, if you're lucky.
Inch or an inch and a half if you're lucky. Some people have iPhones which are a little bit larger, but still, what if you get a call and it's interrupted? You talked about burning through your time. There's no comparison, really. I mean, if you want a GPS and you want the convenience, and I will tell you, and I do hope that you will call us on our testimonial talk line, because we should speak candidly about this. Okay, here's a look at a cell phone, and you can see the navigation stop because the person was getting an incoming call. Has it ever happened to you? If it has, imagine just having a dedicated GPS. And remember some of the features that we've talked about, allowing you to virtually never get lost. I mean, if you can imagine that. And, I mean, like for me, I go to work, I go to the mall, I go to get salon and that sort of thing. But there are occasions, well, I'll get an invitation, you know, to go to a party or go to a social event. And it's clear on the other side of town in an unfamiliar neighborhood that I've never been in. And I love the idea that I can just put the address in. I don't have to stop. I don't have to go on my computer and do a map quest. I don't have to rely on the GPS on my phone. I put it right into my GPS, and it takes me right to the front door. It gives you a sense of confidence. For me, there's also a built-in measure of safety that's there, so you don't end up in the wrong neighborhood, if you know what I mean. And with the climbing cost of fuel, who wants to get lost anyway? And a lot of times, it's a matter of business, right? Maybe you're for a job interview. You don't want to be late for that. If anybody's moving to another city or state, or maybe you're in the sales business or real estate, and you need to make certain that you're getting from point A to B, this is perfect for you. Why Garmin? Garmin is probably one of the largest brand names out there in GPSs. What are the distinguished features on this one? Well, we've talked about them. 5-inch screen.
Huge. Look
for yourself. A lot of GPSs out there are still 3.5-inch, 4-inch. That one of the #1 comments that people say when they get a GPS is that they wish they had a larger screen. This is one of the largest that Garmin offers. That's a huge upgrade for you. And oh, by the way, did I mention the $40 off on the price?
Huge.
So $40 off on the price and the flex pay. And here's something else we're doing. You see this map, and I should show you everything that you're getting. Now, you're getting all the brackets to mount this to your windshield if you want to. You're getting the charger. You're getting your USB cable so you can get your constant updates. But you see, this is actually a dash mount. Now, this is a product that we've always offered here at HSN, but it's always been sold separately. And I believe on average we've charged maybe $20, $25 for it, maybe occasionally more. It's included with the purchase.
Even with the sale price, it's included.
Right, so you totally get the best value that we've ever offered, but there are those of us, I'm not included, thank goodness, I do have a really good sense of direction, I do. But even with that, some streets in some cities are awkward, but not everybody does. And if you're one of those people and you're directionally challenged, you've got to have this. It may seem like a simple thing to try, but I will tell you, and I know it sounds dramatic when I say this, it really is going to make a huge difference.
It is. It is.
You wouldn't even, you can't even compare. It's like you have to get it at home to see it. And because I remember when people would talk about GPSs all the time before I got my first GPS, I didn't get it. Yeah. I honestly, I had no clue until I got it, and I was like, I've been missing out on this all this time.
And you're like, how did I ever live without it? I, like you, am pretty good with directions. I'm pretty good with, knowing my sense of north, south, east, and west. But when I moved to a new area, I found the grocery store with this. I found the nail salon with this. I found the church that I'm attending using this system. If you now want to be able, and think about this, when you're traveling, where do you want to go? Maybe you're traveling in an unfamiliar area and you want to just find an ATM. Maybe you want to visit the library. Maybe you want to find parking. You're going to a restaurant you've never been before.
And by the way, all of these features are free.
Yep.
So
right in.
There's no, you don't have a monthly fee. I'm only saying, I know a lot of you already know that, but not everybody has owned a GPS. So I want you to realize that once you get this at home, I describe those 8 million points of interest. For me, it's like having access It's not quite the same, but it's almost like having access to the internet.
It's true. And
which
look
is
at
very
this,
cool.
because it gives you the information. Did you see that? I just touched the little I button, and it brought up the information about the restaurant, the phone number, if I wanted to call ahead for reservations.
And imagine what you would have to do otherwise. You'd call 411.
Exactly.
And then you'd be hit with a charge for that. And it's pretty expensive to call these days.
Exactly. And now you've got all of the bonuses and all of the upgrades. As a matter of fact, we're even including the new apps in this model, which is so much fun. So if you want to upload, say, for example, your photographs of your last vacation, if you are going someplace that's familiar, but you want to enjoy some of your fun sights along the way, here you go. That's included. Now, how about this? Does your GPS read you audiobooks?
Oh.
This one can read you audiobooks
now that's
as
great.
well. And so what you've got here is a lot of bonuses. How about keeping your last parking spot? You know, if you're going to, we just went up to Busch Gardens. I took my 3-year-old up to Busch Gardens the other day.
Well, they have 1,000 parking spaces in park.
Exactly. So now it gives you
after being out in the hot
directions.
sun for 6 hours,
well,
everybody's a little disoriented.
I can't remember anything after the end of the day.
And the worst thing you want, your feet hurt, you're tired, and you look at this sea of cars, and you're thinking, where in the world? It's happened to us all, right? That's the worst.
It's true.
So that's going to be a really cool feature.
And so let's think about this from the headliners, because you've got a lot of bonuses built right in there, but here's the thing. Lifetime of map updates, the larger screen size, the huge sale price, including the Nav-Mat, and the faster Guidance 2.0 navigation. So it's going to give you, again, that lightning fast speed. All you have to do is choose where you want to go.
The other point I want to make, when you look at this, that 5-inch screen, notice how large the font is.
Yes.
Makes it really easy to use.
Yes.
And if you're like an SUV or a van, or maybe your eyes and your vision have changed, that's a real nice value.
True.
I'm inviting you to go to the phone lines. We've sold over 500 of these, and there is a possibility, don't know if it'll happen, but there's a good possibility these will sell out, and they will definitely all be gone this weekend. Have you started your holiday shopping? Have you?
This is a great time to do it. I haven't yet.
A lot of people are. I was out today at one of the little outlet stores, and I was hearing people buzz, I'm starting my holiday shopping. It's a good time, right? September starts. It's time. It's time for us to kind of get geared up. There are only, 3 months left in the year. It's a beautiful gift to give to someone. We're going to go to our phone lines because Vetta from Florida actually owns this Garmin GPS. Vetta, welcome to HSN.
Hi, how are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you so much for asking. Tell us why you love the Garmin GPS.
Okay, when I moved from Illinois, I'm from Naperville area, Illinois, and I decided to move down to Orlando area. And I bought it for safety reasons.
Yes.
Because I was in a whole new state. I didn't want to, it depends on what day or, a time of day it is. You don't want to stop and ask strangers, should I do this? Should I go there? For safety reasons.
Right.
And then I like the feature where you can set it whether you want to do toll or not. That makes a big difference.
That's true. It can save you
right. You
money.
want to save some money. Right, exactly. And another thing I like, the voice that talks to you. You can choose whether it's a male or female. That makes a difference. Some women, some persons can listen more from a male's voice, giving direction, others from female. And I like the fact you can save where you've been before. You don't have to, every time you go there, you have your favorites.
Yes.
You just hit it, and I just tell you. And then wherever you are, you hit go home, and it takes you right back home.
Well, Vetta, it sounds like you're a pro, an old pro.
Oh, I've got it down packed now, girl.
And you know what I like? I mean, could you relate to me when I said before I got my GPS and before you got your first GPS, you can't totally really get it, right? How it makes such a beautiful difference in just getting around town. It really
makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah, and you save so much gas because you're not wasting gasoline.
Absolutely not. Going around in circles, right?
Exactly. And then I got a daughter that'll be driving soon, and I'll feel better that she has it in the car, so she won't have to stop and ask strangers how to get to this place or that place, too.
Well, I agree. Well, I'm thrilled that you love it, and I cannot thank you enough for calling and sharing your story with us. You have a beautiful and safe Labor Day weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So you heard Vetta's story from Illinois to Florida. Think about that. She moved. Yeah. If you're moving to a new city or state, really, get this on the FlexPay of $39.99. It's a must-have. It really is. We're going to put up a 6-minute clock. If you'd like to have it, let me just share with you some things that I hope will motivate you. Number one, it's on a special price. Okay? It's $40 off the price. Number two, you see this dash mount? we never include this. Usually what we do is we'll present the GPS and then we'll say, oh, by the way, we have a dash mount that you can buy separately with separate shipping and handling for another $25 or more. On sale, that same dash mount, which is the #1 most requested additional item that people want, is included. Another great bonus. You get the dash, you get the windshield mount. So it's your choice of, and then of course you get your USB cable and your charger, and you get one of the largest screen that Garmin makes. It is an amazing GPS. It really is going to be great. I also like that even, let's say you're not moving. Let's say we decide holidays are coming, and we're going to go to New York for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but we're going to rent a car.
We can rent a car, we can drive through New York, we can get out and choose where we want to go window shopping, because you also have the pedestrian mode.
Love that.
In here as well. We can remember where we park the car, because of course you've got the parking
savings. And you know we'll have on heels, girls, so our feet will hurt. We will want that.
Exactly. I mean, you think about it, and then you think about what you're saving if you don't have to rent a GPS. If you rent one in a rental car, you're saving yourself at least $20 or $30 every time. And Vanna brought up a great point. A day, exactly.
It's expensive.
Not just for the rental, but for a day.
Pack this up and take this with you.
Absolutely. And the average, according to an independent study, the average family that uses this Garmin GPS saves $200 a year just in the gas savings, because you're not getting lost. You're not idling in traffic. You're not paying the tolls if you want to use the toll avoidance like Vanna does. Now you've got such intuitive information, and knowledge is power when you're on the road. If you want to be a better driver, you want to be a safer driver, if you've never used a GPS before, this is the one that you want to have. If you have one that you're paying to update those maps, this is the one that you want to have. If you go to the Garmin website right now to download a current map, it's $79.99 for the current U.S. maps. Now, those new upgrades come out 4 times a year. So if you want to be up to date, you'd have to spend $320 roughly a year, but not just this year, next year, the next year, every single year you own the Garmin. So now to have the lifetime of map updates is huge. And this one doesn't stop with just the maps. Again, it's the larger size, it's the faster speed, the Guidance 2.0, and it's going to give you such an upgrade in the junction view. You're going to love that right along with the lane assist.
It's going to, I think it's going to make you a better driver in one regard. It's definitely going to make you a safer driver. We're going to go back to our phone lines and let me fill you in on what's happening. We've sold 780 of these already today, and you can see the counter continuing to go up and up and up and up. Right now, as it stands, I have a few hundred people that are calling in, and I have about 1,000 of these left. What that means for you, there will probably be one more airing of this weekend, and it'll all be sold out. So if you truly want, and this weekend we've selected a few items as we celebrate our digital celebration that we've marked on sale and that we've got all sorts of extras built in. If you'd like to have it, remember we always give you a full 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. But we're going to go off to North Carolina where Miss Sharon is standing by to join our show. Hi, Sharon. Welcome to HSN.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for asking. You're so sweet. I understand that you ordered the GPS tonight.
I did. You guys sold me because I was like debating, like wondering if I should, but just the information that you gave made me just go ahead and order it, because I've been looking for one, and all the features and the prices is right on time for me tonight.
Sharon, do you use a computer at all?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Facebook me, become my friend on Marlo Smith, like me on HSN, Marlo Smith at HSN. I want to see what your reaction is when you get it. Because the truth is, I really sincerely feel you're going to love it. I mean, even if you only use it for those 8 million points of interest, it's like having the internet. Like if you said today, you said, okay, it's Friday, the girls are going to go to happy hour, right? We decide we want to go to happy hour tonight, and we said, okay, let's find out what the new restaurants are.
The new hot place that we don't know where it is.
So we don't know. We can go into a GPS, we feel whatever. It'll give us the name, the phone number, the address, and everything. It doesn't cost a penny. I mean, even if you just use it just for that alone, it'll make a big difference. But as far as getting you from point A to B, it's going to change the way you drive forever. So let me know. Facebook me and let me know. I'm glad you purchased it.
And I was going to say, I was one of the people that used the cell phone, and you are absolutely right. It'll cut right off or stop. So this is what I really need.
It's so true, because you're using your
true.
cell phone. A text comes through, you can't see where you're going. It's talking to you. You're trying to talk and listen at the
And you're
same time.
squinting. You're trying to look at that teeny tiny little map.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So happy you upgraded. You will enjoy it. Have a beautiful, beautiful Labor Day weekend. Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're going to love this in so many ways. Thank you, Sharon. If you want to have really that big upgrade, I've tried it with my, there's been an occasion where I didn't have my GPS in the car and I used my cell phone, and you know what? I had to go miles out of my way because they didn't even know where I was going. If you want to have one of the best values we've ever offered from Garmin, the larger size screen, the faster response, the lane guidance, a lifetime of maps. And remember, when we launched this, it was $199. This is the lowest price we've ever offered here at HSN, and you're going to love the peace of mind that it gives you. You're going to love being able to be in control. And remember, this is the #1 brand in the industry.
All right, here's what's happening. Now we only have 800 of these available, but I have hundreds of people, so it may not even make another show now.
It may not.
So if you'd like to have it, definitely you want to take action and get your order in. I want to thank you. I'll be here all weekend, so I know you're going to be coming up.
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you with the Roomba.
Ooh.
You want a Roomba?
You know I do.
Yeah.
I need a Roomba. Burn some calories. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.